Alright, wasn't expecting to be making a new wand so soon, but the Dew Claw Wand 4 is done. It's packaged up and is now on Etsy. Kind of surprised at that. And the Banyan Wand, Wand 5, is still drying, and there are some cracks in the filler, so I'm gonna have to apply another coat on there. I'm gonna give it a couple more hours, and then I'll just put the new coat on. And that doesn't seem worthy of videoing. So the stuff is still shrinking, and I kind of want to let it to dry out more fully before I put the second coat on a couple of those areas. Like up at the tip, there's that little crevice, that deeper crevice compared to some of the other parts, and that's gonna need to be filled again. So I'll have to do that, and then once that second coat dries, then we'll be ready to keep working on that. But that's going to be a while. So I'm bored, and so I went through and I grabbed just a piece off the shelf. I don't remember where I got this, to be perfectly honest. Obviously it's Deadfall. Where did I get this? I don't remember. I might have gotten this at Wanalua Valley, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna last. I don't know if it's gonna work. So we're just gonna go ahead and strip it off and see what we got. I mean, it's super lightweight, despite its appearance. It's actually really lightweight. It's about this chisel feels like it's heavier than this wood is. So who knows what we're going to see when we get inside of here. I mean, we know the bark is cracking because it's been dried, and this would have been deadfall. So who knows what the inside looks like. Pretty degraded here on the outside for sure. Oof. Managed expectations comes to mind. But let's see. Let's just go ahead and start taking some of this off. It may not be dry enough yet. Good God, look at that mess. Oof. Jesus. Yeah, yeah. I don't know about this one. Oof. Man. I mean, you never know. Ooh, man, just look at this. Now I pay for all of the wood I use, even the driftwood, which is, you could argue, has been cast off into the water. But I do pay for it in different ways. Sometimes the blood. Sometimes I'll bring candies with me, and the purpose of that is to nourish some of the ants and things similar. And oh my God. In the environment, if you're taking something from the environment, then you should leave something that's usable for the environment, you know, in my opinion. And that's what I do. And if I don't have anything on me at that moment, say I just come across something, I'm at, I don't know, work or something like that, then I'll make an offering later. I'll promise to make an offering then, and then I'll make an offering later. Granted, it's not necessarily to the same area, but that may not always be possible. In the near future, anyways. Oof, Jesus. Look at this. Oh my God. Managed expectations. Oh yeah. Pro show. Here we go. Oh my God. This thing smells rotten too. But could just be the dirt, decay. Yeah, I don't know how usable this one's going to be. Obviously. Okay, well, we got our work cut out for us here. Now, you could rightfully ask, well, you could see that it was decayed on the end, and why would you choose something like that? And it's had some time to dry out, so it didn't look quite that decayed. But decay is where you get your interesting markings from, right? Usually you're not going to get it just cause from the wand, the wood. Let's clean that out. You're not going to get it just from that. So decay is where we get some of our interesting. Oh shit! All right, I'll have to clean that. Let me clean that out before I forget. Yeah, I don't play around when it comes to rotting things and getting stuck. I mean, I'm up on a lot of my shots and all that. Good enough. I've got my tetanus shot and stuff like that, which is really the major concern. I just got that before I moved back here to be safe, since I knew I'd be working with driftwood again. And I knew my tools would be rusty, and I knew that some of this wood was going to have dirt and all sorts of other stuff on it. Seemed like a smart idea. Alright, so some initial thoughts here. We already talked about the decay, and that is significant. Significant. Oh, Jesus. Decay is significant. Other than that, it's got some nice shapes to it, but the reason I didn't cut this off anywhere is because I'm like, well, where the hell am I going to cut it? I may have to trim this all the way up to here. This may not be usable even just up to here even, in which case it would be about the right length, right? It's slightly longer than that right now, but I could see a little bit of degradation here, and so I don't know if this back end is going to make it. Now, unfortunately, it is an interesting part of the wood. So I'm going to try to preserve it. I'm just not sure that's going to work. And if there's an area I'm going to have to get rid of, it's probably going to be that. But that does leave us, okay, how would we plan on looking at this wand? Where would we do? So we can see it slopes up like this. We have a lot of features down here that we may want to keep. These that would act like natural bore sites, if you will, for funneling down the path. But then we've got this knob right here, which we'll have to soften up because it would kind of fit like this. It would just be a really long wand. I could cut this end off up here because this is soft as shit, so I'm probably gonna have to do that anyhow. Damn it, my saw isn't over here. I thought I had a spare one over here just in case. Well, I guess not. Well, we're not gonna do that right now. All right, let's get this out of the way. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab an old chisel that I use for other things. And it's actually one of the first chisels I bought for wood, for wand carving. And I'm just gonna start scraping this stuff off up here, because I don't necessarily want to use one of my good chisels quite yet, because I don't know what I'm gonna be facing. So there we go. So I've got this old chisel here, and it's got all sorts of like wax residue on it and things like that, because that's what it gets used for, scraping my burned bowls and things like that. So let's just go ahead and give a little scrape here. And I don't know if it's going to work very well or not. I'll probably have to sharpen it or something, in which case I'll just switch to a regular one. But it's coming off here. I'm not sure. Not quite sure what we're looking at still. This thing is dull as shit. So this is just used for scraping bowls and larger candle molds and things like that. So let's go ahead and give this a little scrapey scrape. Go. Still don't really know what we're looking at here, but we got to do something, and this is gonna have to get scraped anyhow. There we go. There we go. Not seeing much in the way of texture quite yet. You can't really get past all this dirt with this dull chisel. I'm not noticing anything terribly spongy at first. That end is pretty concerning here. Okay, pretty degraded right here, obviously. I don't know if that's going to hold together or not. And if it doesn't, then it would probably... Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, hold, sorry. Video's done.